Well, you know, I like everything that you've had to say, and I think what your program is really great. But several years ago, our district invested in the FOSS program, which is a science program that we're using in our district. Um, why would we want to scrap what we're already doing with FOSS and go with your program?
Well, FOSS is a terrific program. It's been around since the 1970s, and it certainly has moved the district in the right direction in the sense that it is inquiry-based. It just isn't a comprehensive, integrated program. It simply is an apples and oranges comparison. So let's be a little bit more concrete about that. The Sangari program offers three critical elements. It offers the investigative kits. It offers written material organized around at least two investigations. It offers the delivery of the physical materials, and it offers comprehensive professional development. It is an integrated program aligned with state standards that is intended to occupy and meet all of your science needs over the course of the life of a student from first through fifth grade and soon to be beyond. FOSS doesn't have student books other than very limited readers. It doesn't have an integrated curriculum. It provides very limited professional development. It doesn't have concierge service to lighten the load of teachers, by the way, which is one reason a lot of FOSS kits end up sitting on shelves. It has no computer integration, and journals, which we think are critical to technical writing skills and in general to maximizing the benefits of the program, are not part of their quote complete modules. They're comprehensive offering. You got to pay extra for that. And I think the fundamental point here is that if you are looking for not a fun activity to do for a couple of weeks, but for a comprehensive program, FOSS just does not meet your needs. Here's something that I think is pretty significant. It takes up to 8 kits per class to meet standards for many grades. Most people, and I don't know what the facts are in your district, when they say they bought FOSS, haven't bought anywhere near that kind of volume. So again, it is a activity-based approach as opposed to an integrated science program.
Those are all great points. Let me just add a couple more. With respect to the teacher edition, our teacher edition, in contrast to the FOSS program, is digital. And of course, coming along with that is a computer. FOSS doesn't provide a computer for every teacher, and as you know, the Sangari program does. But our digital edition is globally oriented. That is, it connects our kids to kids all over the world, and it's interactive. There's embedded videos as a part of the edition. Now, in addition, our teacher edition reads much more like a student text or a standard textbook manual that you might find from a publishing house. There's easy to follow directions and full color photographs, none of which are provided in the FOSS 3-ring binder manual. There's embedded assessments in there. Again, FOSS doesn't have those. They're thoughtful and provocative student assignments, and it's paced connections to other subject content areas. We also offer student editions. As you mentioned, FOSS doesn't provide student editions. Occasionally they provide these readers. You pay extra for them, but they're reading books. They're books about reading. They're about books and reading about science topics. We provide over 400 pages directly on topic in full color for student activity lab manuals. Our active science journals they marry structured activities with notebooking and journaling, and FOSS doesn't have that at all. We also provide both online and printed assessments, both in a formative and a summative format. Our assessments are provided after every lesson and at the conclusion of every unit of study. The volume of our materials is also far superior, and the quality of what we provide. The FOSS kit perhaps comes with 1 box, maybe 2 boxes of materials, and as you know, you'll need a truck and a big room to store all of our materials. In addition, the materials come in unique storage cabinets that FOSS doesn't provide. The Sangari program also offers every teacher, as I mentioned earlier, their laptop, and it provides them connections to other classrooms and in-class technological tools like smartboards. Sangari teachers can also provide electronic digital teacher editions embedded with the how-to videos for all the relevant equipment and experiments. We also offer 24 days of professional development. Contrast that with FOSS, which doesn't provide any. The professional development we provide in the classroom offers teachers a very unique way of learning science right there at elbow, if you will, with a science educator. Our training videos offer on a frequent basis, provide teachers digital teacher professional development that is absolutely on point and for that particular lesson. We also provide a person, as you mentioned, known as the concierge, to unbox all the materials and cart it in the classroom 10 days a year. And bottom line is our price is cheaper. For all the stuff that we provide at $18.50, that's a lot less money than would be provided with FOSS with the equivalent, assuming they even provided it, with the equivalent product, similar scope. So in bottom line, I think our program is far superior than FOSS is, and that's why school districts should use it.
Let me add 2 points to that. First, when you really get down to brass tacks, there are hidden costs associated with FOSS that are not folded into the preliminary price, and one of these is simply the execution of it, the books, the student books, the unboxing, the support, and so on. That is all included in our price. And secondly, I would ask you to ask your teachers one basic question. I am sure of the answer, so I'm going to take a chance and ask you to ask them this. Are these boxes, these FOSS boxes, in fact being used year in, year out? Or in many of your classrooms, are they sitting on a shelf somewhere? Seems to us that we hear far too often that they're just too complicated to use, don't have the support, require too much teacher input, and they're just not getting the use that you might expect for your dollars invested.
I might mention on that last point that even if the materials are being used in the way in which they should, there's not enough of them in any particular school to carry the whole school year. And so typically either science doesn't get taught on the days you don't have the box, or the teachers sneak the old 15 or 20-year-old science book off the shelf and begins teaching science a la carte from one thing to another. The FOSS kits simply do not provide enough breadth of content material throughout the year. So that's why, all of those reasons are why Sangari Active Science program is a much better program than the FOSS program.